Hello everyone, I'm Colin Heaps. Today I'm going to show you how to do text effects in InDesign. Text effects are pretty simple. Today I'm going to show you how to do a drop shadow, a bevel, and a gradient. These effects should be things that enhance your overall design and are not distracting, so we should use them sparingly. But to start, we're going to want to change our options over here on the side, make it a little easier for us. We'll go to Window, Workspace. It'll be on Essentials, but we're going to be using typography, so we can change this. That changes our options here to make it easier while working with text. So you just want to make sure you have your text highlighted, the stuff that you want to edit. Go over here and click Effects. And here you have an opacity. You can change on the type, or you have these blending modes you can use if you want. We're going to go down here and click Effects and Drop Shadow. Make sure you have preview checked down here so you can see what's going on in the stuff that you're editing. This also has an opacity, just changes the opacity lighter or darker underneath your type. You have an offset, so you can set it a little further to the right or left, or go down or up with it, as well as just a distance that way. If you wanted a little darker or lighter, you can click this size option on the bottom. That'll get you a nice drop shadow. Over here you can set other things if you want. We're going to turn off the drop shadow, go to bevel. I think a bevel looks pretty cool. You can do an inner bevel, outer, or emboss. We're going to do an inner bevel with a hard chisel. I think it looks pretty cool. This just adds all these white edges, beveled edges around your typography, and you can soften those edges, make it a little like kind of, I don't know, smoky looking, or make it harder and get this sort of 3D kind of cool looking thing effect on it. And so there's a few other options here you can play around with. Decide what looks best with your text. But if you want to use a gradient, you can have it highlighted, come over here and click this typography, this T. It just makes it so you're editing the type and not the container. And then you'll click this gradient button. Adds a gradient to your text. You can hit the gradient swatch tool, just click and drag and add a gradient however you want. And then I like to come over here and hit this gradient button, and you can move this around to change the levels of light and dark in your gradient. And set some text effects you can do in InDesign.